We're down at the cabin. No. Hey all, welcome to TNT Homesteading. This is Terry. We're down at the cabin. No. Today at our house, we've got a project on store. But first, we did close. This is Saturday, so we officially closed yesterday on our place in Claremore. And we're moved down here. It's a mess. Anyone that's moved knows you try to just get everything to your new location as fast as you possibly can. That's no exception here, but we have no garage and no storage buildings with space to put stuff in. So there's just some stuff scattered all around. So our chickens are still at the old house, and the new homeowners were okay with that. So we told them we'd get them this weekend. So we need to get things situated. As you know, we did get the building built, but I have no run for them. So that's what we're doing this morning. I needed a secure chicken run so we can keep them safe. So let me show you real quick our plan. So we have an automatic door opener that we're going to put somewhere around there, maybe a little bit further that direction where the shade's at. Not 100% sure exactly where that's going. I've just outlined sort of the initial secure run. It's going to be 18 feet by 9 feet. By 5 feet high. The 5 foot high is partially because of the eave. We plan to put a gutter up there to catch rainwater, and then the rainwater will be used for the chickens. And anything higher is going to cause problems with that, but it also is 5 feet high because that's the material I bought. I initially was thinking just for an initial secure run, a 10 by 10, but when I laid it, or a 9 by 9, but when I laid it out, that was a lot smaller than my head pictured it. This is the minimum I'd like. We intend to make a less secure run further out around the trees, but what we want is a place where if we're not here, they can still get out of the coop, they can still come outside, get fresh air, scratch around in the leaves and all that kind of stuff, and still be mostly protected from predators. And no, I just realized we're going to do 4 feet because we do want the hardware cloth is going to come down and then out for about a foot. We found, when animals try to come in and dig, they dig right at the base of a wall, and with the hardware cloth out a foot, they'll hit the hardware cloth. And I've not seen an animal smart enough yet that backs out and then digs to try to go under. So it'll be a maximum of 4 feet, plenty for the chickens. If I have to go in there and do anything, I'll be ducking, but that won't be that big of a deal. I will go in a couple of times a year with the blower to blow the leaves off the top of the fencing we'll have on the top, because we're not planning to keep it completely open on the top. Inside the coop, we're going to make a little divider wall so we can have a place to put we got a cabinet, we got the food, and we want to keep the chickens away from all that. So we're going to make a little dividing wall just out of some plastic screening we have for that. And that's it. We want to get this done today. I bought extra materials when I was at the store yesterday. I didn't buy enough because we basically doubled the size of what I was planning. Not quite, but almost. So we got to go to the store and get a few more pieces. But the best part about that is it lets me get some breakfast, because it looked like I was going to be skipping breakfast to work. So the truck is unloaded. That's what all the materials are down and around, just so we can get going. It's a little bit later than I want, but the chickens, they'll roost at night, so we'll hopefully do a smash and grab. We'll go in and get them. Hopefully it's not dark when we get there. Oh, and one other thing, did order 4 new batteries for the solar kit, and they're supposed to be delivered to my in-laws today. So if everything goes well, we'll be picking those up today, and then I'll be working on a pretty major upgrade to our battery capacity on our solar system. Anyway, that's it for now. Time to get to the store and get back here and get to work. All right, so back from the store, we started getting to work a little bit, and I wanted to show you a little bit of what we got done. At the moment, I've measured 18 foot to here and have dug a hole. So we're gonna come from the building to here, 18 feet, that way 9, back to the building for another 18. I'll install the door there, probably in that general area. Once I get to that section. My bride has been working on cutting the hardware cloth for the sides. We did decide to go ahead and go to 5 foot tall just to make it easier when we're inside of it. So we bought some more hardware cloth for that. We did get a screen door bought, and I'll chop it down to 5 feet as well or so, and put that in as well. And then we'll cover that screen with hardware cloth instead of the flimsy screen that's on there that only keeps bugs out, doesn't keep critters out. I'm working on cutting 2 of my 4x4s down to 7 feet for the post. So I'm going to start with this one, get it in, and go from there. I've cut my boards. They're 58.5 inches tall on my uprights. I probably could have done some different things, but I didn't. The top board here is 12 feet, and then I've joined it there with a 2x4. I don't remember what this is. This is slightly under. I wanted to come out 18 feet, and I'm slightly less than that. But that's okay, because over there I am way more than 18 feet, so I'm gonna have to do something. Probably just add another 4x4 next to it. I've screwed these boards in through the top at 3 foot centers. That way we can put the hardware cloth just up and screw in with washers into the uprights. Right now I'm working on toenailing in the bottom sections to give us our uprights so we can start putting in the hardware cloth. Once that's done, I actually haven't decided what I'm going to do. I'll probably do this side next, get it finished up, correct whatever screw up I've done here. I got to figure out how to do that. But I did screw up, so, and I don't, basically I'd need to dig the hole right next to where this hole's at, and I don't want to mess with that. So anyway, I've already got the board cut across the bottom, so I'll probably do the same thing, bring the boards across, and my wife helped me. She held the boards across as I measured at the top every 3 feet and dropped a 2x4. On this end we'll put the screen door in. I initially was going to put it over here, but there's some rocks. Now this big one here, I had to dig out from that hole. It's easy to go. That one I'm not sure how bad it would be. So it's actually just easier for me to probably just put the screen door over here, and then I don't have to mess with digging out rocks. So that's probably going to happen. And it's not as big as I would like, but it'll work. It'll be a great place for them to come if we're not here to let them, you know, just let them out. Again, we still want to make a bigger run, a little less secure. Okay, probably a lot less secure, but at least fenced in still to keep them from wandering too far away. So that's it. Quick update there. I'm going to go back to toenailing these in. We're running out of daylight. I've still got several hours, it looks like. but as with a lot of projects, they just seem to go slower than you want or think they're going to. So we got this side down. You can actually see where that last 2x4 is at. It's where the 4x4 should have ended. I still can't figure it out, but oh well. I am not, I'm in IT. I don't do this for a living. I told y'all when we started this, you'd be coming along for the ride. So anyway, she is working on her third, or just finishing up the third section. I was getting ready to work on the 2x4 to go across here, and we ran out of juice in one of our 2 screwdrivers. So I'm probably gonna go find the handsaw so I can keep cutting while she's working on that. I've put the I can take a break and you can have the battery. What was that, honey?
I said, I can take a break and you can have the battery. I'm a giver.
She can take a break and I can have the battery. There's only so much daylight. Anyway, we'll see. I may do that. I need to cut a board on the bottom. That one's just sitting there. That's an 8-foot. And it's not quite long enough. So I will cut a couple of boards, cut some uprights, and then we can just get back to putting up screening. But you can see over here, if something was to try to come up here, they can't get in because they can't dig underneath the metal. All right, well, I don't know if you can hear this. I'm assuming helicopter. It seems quite loud, but I don't know if you can hear it or not, but I got to keep working, so here we are. So I have the top board attached, and I've got the bottom board in place. I've decided to go ahead and put the screen on this side. I've gotten rid of those rocks, and obviously it's too tall. So what I did is I placed it up here, and then, well, I've moved it since I did this because I was getting ready to go cut and then realized I didn't show you. I clamped this up here and then drew a line here, and I'm going to cut that there a little bit below that black line, and then if things go well, I'm going to take that support beam there at the top out and bring it to the new top and then screw it in from both sides. And then the real plan is we're taking out this screening and putting in hardware cloth, so I don't really need to worry about this screening at the moment. So that's the plan. I've had people say to show you what I'm doing, and I am trying as much as possible to do that. So that's the plan. You know, again, cut, knock out the board, put it back in here, screw in from both sides. That's the plan. Let's see how it works. So the door is mostly in. Let me show you. I did get it cut down, and I've gotten it hung. You can see here, I just had to put a single screw in, partly because of the way this was made. It was expected to be, I'm not even sure it's focusing right, but it was cut out to fit in place. It was tongue and groove type stuff, and so I cut that off and I chiseled out the center, sort of, and it just slid over the top, and then a single screw in the sides worked great. I've got it in place at the moment. I do got the hinges on place, or in place. I'll put the handle on later along with the latch. Next up though is to finish up our boards. And then once those are in place, we can get back to doing screening. However, I think daylight's gonna be, because there's the sun. So we probably will not go get the chickens tonight because we're not really ready. We've got 3 sheets up of our screening, and I'm not even sure they're all 3 complete because I had her come help me. But we got 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 more to do. I think they're almost all cut, but it just takes some time to get it in place. And then we still have to put in the door. So we'll probably go get the chickens tomorrow. Anyway, I'm gonna get back to work here. Again, I just got to measure the 2x4. Measure the 2x4 here and the next 2x4, and then hopefully I won't need a little section like I did on the other side because I measured wrong. I do know this is 9 feet, but the door I don't know about. If it's probably 32 inches, which means I'll need another board. If it's 36 inches, we'll be good. We'll see. Anyway, oh, and batteries died. The second one died, so now I'm doing the charge dance, where you charge a little here and charge a little there and charge a little here and charge a little there. All right, well, I've got about an hour of sunlight left, so I'm trying to put some stuff up, and then once I get everything put away, I'm going to come back and do some more screwing in of the screening, just so we can get as much done as possible. Batteries on the thing, I just keep changing them back and forth. I should probably just stop. I may after I finish this piece, or maybe one more. Let me show you real quick. So we've got this 18-foot section halfway done with screening. I've got the door in place, and then the 2 sections, one's 3 foot, one's not 3 foot, so that's awesome. I've scraped away rocks and stuff so the door opens nicely. The latch is in place, the door handle's in place, and then on the inside I've put some stops so the door will stop. Part of the reason for that, let me show you. There you go. So down here, there was a pretty good sized gap there, and I wanted to stop that up. And then the same thing, there was a gap up here. So by putting in the stops, also it keeps the door from being pushed in or anything just pushing against it and pushing it all the way through. So that is in place. At this point, the only thing really left to do is get the screening done, and the run itself will be complete. I do need to put the door in down here, but I don't have enough batteries to mess with that. If I did, I might possibly have gone to the house to get them, but it's 5 o'clock. It's an hour and a half there, hour and a half back. So we'll just probably wait until tomorrow to get that done. That also gives us a chance to put a divider between where the feed and storage for the chickens stuff is and where the chicken's going to go, and we need to build a roost in here. But that is it. Like I said, I just need to put away some of my tools, check the weather, and see if I need to put away the wood, but I think I'm good there. But I do want to get the tools put away, and then I'm going to do a little bit more screening, I think, but not a whole lot. We have a huge pile of almost 3 foot boards, because most of those were cut to 5 feet or just a little under, and the boards were 8 foot. So I told you when we got here earlier today, the place is just sort of a mess from packing. Found a really wet spot I'm trying to avoid driving in, and a couple bicycles we just took off the trailer, some PVC pipe. Like I said, it's sort of a mess. We'll get it all picked up, and then here's the screening my wife's cut. I think it's all cut, but perhaps one piece, and that would be the piece that goes on the door. Anyway, guys, I hope you enjoyed this. Maybe you learned something, or just saw how crazy I am and I can't dig a post where I want to dig a post. Anyway, thanks for watching, and like, subscribe, and I'll see you on the next video. Bye.